Gracefully like
Because that's part of it, is being real muscle control, you know, but very fluid.
Yeah, well, I guess from acting, you
Ah, right.
know, I don't know. They told me to take Tai Chi, but yeah. Fencing, I think that's what it is.
Oh, that's right. You do fencing.
You fencing?
Yeah, and you box too, don't you?
You are
Jab,
kidding.
jab, boom.
I didn't know girls box.
I guess they go.
That's
Where do you
great,
box?
though.
Where do you box?
I box at it's called Bodies in Motion, and they have like a whole class, and you get them the bags, and you shadow box, and you have sparring partners. And I don't go in the ring. I'm not about to get my teeth knocked out.
No, you don't want to do that. They're too pretty.
But I like it just for fun, you know.
That's fun.
And
Great
it's good for
exercise.
self-defense. I like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if somebody
Okay.
gives you a hard time, you just boom, jab, 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 bang.
Yeah, I used to get in fights with my boyfriend, and not with boxing, but when I was taking fencing.
Oh, now that's
Yeah.
dangerous.
Pick up our brooms and everything.
Oh, how
gee.
funny.
It was hilarious.
That could be dangerous.
Where did you take
Little
fencing?
Unga.
There's a West Side Fencing Center. It's this huge place.
Is it on Venice?
Oh,
Or Washington?
I don't know, because Washington.
Yeah, that's I remember doing makeup on a person who was an instructor and she was a stunt woman.
Yeah, they do it all
so
the
she would learn
time.
that.
I did
Yeah.
the stunt woman's calendar.
It's,
And
wild.
she was funny. I mean, she had pictures, and I guess her mask had all these holes in it.
oh yeah, because in case you get.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, and you have these jackets look like straight jackets. These big white things they like strap around.
Right.
The glove. I love
Isn't
it.
that funny?
That is cool, yeah, because that's very smooth, you know, the moves you have to make. And then,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, that's the thing I like about it because it's
lunges
so like so so real tight. I could never do like team sports, so I just ended up. I don't know why. Just because I ran when I was young, and then I got into fencing and then boxing.
That's interesting. See, I guess my ancestors didn't fence; they just used these big
Clubs.
That's right. They kind of walked around like this.
Oh my God.
Boom. So they use those big swords.
To carry their women
He goes, they use those big clubs.
Clubs? That's the ticket. Yeah, they no, the Celtic
Yeah, the
swords.
big ones.
Those big ones.
I collect those swords, and they're huge. They're so heavy.
Yeah, because they
I mean,
got.
my little arms, I'm like.
Well, where do you keep your swords? On your wall?
I have, well, now I just have boxes full because I'm waiting, because I hope to one day have like a big weapon room, but I want to learn how
Oh my God.
That's kind of cool.
That's great.
Because I'm looking to get like old Civil War swords and things like
Oh,
that.
if they have, because I go to antique shops with my mom, so we leave all our numbers in case they ever get swords in. Would you do her film? One of her films? I don't know. I mean,
You gotta see
I'm not. It's obviously like something that's. It's like if I'm gonna do that, I really want to do that.
It'd be weird for you to do it now, though.
Well, this is like the things I'm gonna encourage, or like the sexuality I would encourage. Depends after I watch. Like if I think this is something that like really.
It's
Like if anything with like
pretty
S and M,
funky.
they have to like really. I'm so
talking about
adamant about like
a
explaining
nipple
where it really comes
clamp.
from in your heart and soul.
No, we're talking about a nipple clamp, 3 total revolutions. 1, 2, 3, ouch! In
Like
other
the
words,
twisting of a nipple or something.
yeah, 3 full times.
I only saw that one she brought over that night, though.
And then dripping candle wax on
That's the thing is like I wouldn't be into because it's like I would film things like that, or I would encourage like everybody, all different types of sexual. But there is that thing where it's like a lot of people
I can show you her
misunderstand me
website.
with
She
S
has,
and M, and they think it's super. And I have to like explain to people how, like, where it's more like you're tied down because you need to like be able to like have somebody hold you down and keep you still, or like through fights and have something out, or like be able to heal once you're beaten, like or something. It's like it comes from a real place of like, you know, as opposed to being accessories or something. And like that's what kind of. It's like with tattoos with me. It's like I've never always gotten them. There's like that time where everybody's like, "Oh, I have tattoos," and after a while, you're like, you can explain them and they can mean something. It's just comes from that real place.
Yeah, I don't know. I only saw that film she brought over that night.
The second was much less gnarly than the other one.
Well, it's like there's
Oh,
so
yeah.
many people that like even that or like that kind of, but the tiniest things I've done, there's so many, like I'll do one picture where it's compromising, and I'll see it everywhere when I'm signing things. Like that's just some weird, and just to think like somebody would have that, like, or want you to write like to them when they're.
Scene 2, take 2. Roll on.
I'm just gonna be all quiet.
What?
I don't know what I was about, but it is. It's just a weird. It's a great thing to be able to like see everybody's sexuality, but it's so weird when you just when people share with like crazy things. I had like the most amazing compromising pictures of people. I'd love to learn how to sculpt or paint or do. Really? Oh wow! And that's the amazing thing we're talking about for like breast cancer. So they could be just some amazing sculptures of women just without a breast. Or just with neither. But just some beautiful sculpture. Just to make people just accept things more. Be able to just have there's just amazing model.
Funny thing is that would end up looking like those before they had anatomically correct dolls.
Mm-hmm. It would, unless you did it in a certain where it's just like you just accentuate all other, or just a certain kind of like, just everything about them is just like if it was something like that.
Would I ever show you this box? That's really too dark. That's that good French company, Limoges or something. Mm-hmm. Open it up carefully because on the bottom inside there's some cherries on the bottom. See? Yeah. I love the combination of checks on the bottom.
Yeah.
It's not a usual combination.
I think a dog ended up eating him, which I don't know if he got sick. I've heard so many. I just am not a good animal person.
And then the dog blue.
So
I killed my rabbit because I fed him lettuce, and I didn't know you weren't supposed to feed them lettuce. 2 of them I killed that way.
What are you talking about? How could you not
Rabbits.
Rabbit lettuce?
Died. You're supposed to feed a rabbit food.
Not lettuce?
No, it's like little
You could probably
pellets.
sue Warner Brothers for like...
Yeah, it's supposed to feed on lettuce.
Who's convinced you that rabbits eat lettuce? They,
That's why I said that.
I had a rabbit that died too. A cage fell on him. It was like a rabbit. We had 4. They all came out. And I was like really young. My brother was the eldest of like me and my 2 cousins, so he named his bugs. I think mine was like Tweety Bird or something. I was younger. I was a little confused. But I sold it. I didn't sell him. The cage, no. The cage fell in on him. And we brought him to the hospital, and we got a call from the doctor saying, would I sell it? Because his son was in love with this. And then we got a call the next day after I said no, that it died. And it was like 6 years old going, sucks. But I had a hamster when I was little. I took him in the shower. He died of pneumonia. I had a bunch of little lizards, and my friend left them in the sun. And I came back and they were just maggots. It was so disgusting. My snake, I had to try to kill him. That's made out of what?
Well, I do them with a bunch of different things, but the ones that you can wear, I do with the stuff that you make casts for your arm.
Yeah, I used to do my breasts with that stuff. But to have a bunch of things, and then just to make, in general, just to make masks. And have some really great... for like children's or for kids, also for kids costumes for like Halloween or something.
Yeah.
A picture of sort of a mask that like somebody, for that these are all going to be sent to the hospital around Halloween time. So it's like people can buy them or send them, or we end up just giving them. We could end up just. I mean, that's something I like to do anyway. If we made a bunch, just to give them to the hospital. But to be able to do it and like just have like, or for like kids in poor areas that just don't have really great costumes.
Yeah.
Be able to have like buttons that say things or like t-shirts that like make a statement I care about it, and to be able to have them to wear out somewhere. And we could even make like little cloth like armbands.
Yeah.
That say just really anything that you can incorporate like a but especially like, or those ones that have like when you put a
Hello?
center.
Yeah.
Light everywhere in the room.
You there?
I have, yeah.
And
Okay, I'll be there in 5 minutes.
Or it has shapes. So the shadows.
Yeah,
the shapes.
it's a station wagon?
And it might be really nice to have.
How close to the corner are you?
Kids room or something, like couch on that
How close to the corner are you?
Something
What?
that would do.
Okay.
It's like amazing just thinking.
Within a couple minutes.
Certain,
Ciao.
I'd love to learn how to sculpt your paint or do. After every film, like I end up buying like $1,000 worth of wrap gifts just for people to say thank you, to have things made, just personal things made for everybody. But to be able to, you know, if you end up making them, it's like that's great. Then I can just buy them through us, through like, and it'll go. It will be, and you know, it'll be part for the charity, it'll be part for everything, and then I can have a shop that I can shop at. Like, on the
It only bothers me when it's a certain kind of story. Like sometimes there's a story about where it undermines some other relationship I have or something. You know, a married man. If there's some that I think is you know, it just bothers me because I had my parents were in this business when my father cheated on my mother. She had to deal with tabloids. I know how much it hurt her. It's like, so I know certain stories that there's just like they just throw anything out and they just really don't think about somebody's 7-year-old kid walking by and looking at a headline. I want to be able to really help people in the end of the day, and I want to be able to be in it for the long run.
To give her guidance and help her.
He thinks a lot of very harsh things about me, which weren't a surprise to me because I've heard them most of my life.
Angelina's falling out with her father is now legendary. But despite the tension, both father and daughter share one thing in common: a love of acting.
Our sensibilities are similar. We've become known for, serious dramatic roles packed with emotion.